Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of my Skyrim Mod Showcase series. This week is all about the wanderer turned warrior. From heavy knight armor to hefty tower shields, I'm going to help you prepare to lead an army. This week's ENB is BLEAK ENB, a visual preset that aims to make the cold feel colder. It sets out to increase immersion via changing the colors and saturation of your game. It feels darker, more empty, frozen over, and all around just realistic for the area you spend most of your time in. Nights are darker, days are brisker, and fire also looks colder. Excelling at what it aims to do, BLEAK ENB is honestly my second favorite ENB out of all the ones I've used, and I would recommend it to anyone using mods to make the character gameplay more realistic so they can visualize what their character must feel like half the time. Once you were a mercenary. You fought for gold and stormed forts with a band of allies. One job gone wrong and you were the only one who survived. You became a wandering knight, willing to jump in and help anyone out, determined to protect everyone from the fate of your brothers. Your willingness to help and defend those in need caught the eye of Jarl Balgruuf, and you were made the Thane of Whiterun. You fought. It's what you were born to do. So the Jarl had you a barracks of your own constructed underneath the walls outside the front gate. Welcome to the Thane's Barracks, a player home built for a man who wants to defend his city. It's got all the necessities to craft and bind any weapon or armor a man might need. Heading down into the main room of the home, you'll see a bar, a fireplace, and a small table to sit and eat. Behind the bar are a few harvestable meats and plants, as well as a cooking spit to prepare food. To the left are a barrel of meat, a barrel of vegetables, a barrel of cooked food, and a barrel of drinks. This room can handle any celebration of victory you could possibly throw at it. Through the right doorway is a library. There's an enchanting table and containers for filled and empty soul gems, an alchemy table with containers for ingredients, poison, and potions, and a map of Skyrim. The most interesting thing about this room, however, are the book cupboards labeled from A to Z from left to right in 2-letter increments, save for W through Z. I've personally never seen anything like this in a player home I've used, so it seems really cool to me. On the opposite side of the home is a crafting room. In here you've got a chopping block, tanning rack, smelter, forge, grindstone, and workbench. Immediately inside the entrance on the left are also variously named containers. Heavy armor, light armor, clothes, jewelry, one-handed, two-handed, ranged, tools, unrefined materials, refined materials, leather, and miscellaneous. It's a pretty hefty workroom. At the far end of the main room is the bedroom. It's extremely simple with zero fluff. A bed, some storage containers, and a dressing shroud. You won't spend much time here because you'll be too busy preparing to fight, so this is adequate. The staircases to the left and right of the entrance lead into a shrine room. You've got shrines to Akatosh, Zenithar, Kinnereth, Dibella, Mara, Julianos, Stendar, and Arkay. There are also shrines to Talos and Nocturnal. A few harvestable plants grow in this room as well. In short, this player home is for the warrior who doesn't need an abundance of comfort, but wants copious amounts of utility, with shrines to all of the princes you can be ready to die whenever the time arises and ascend into Sovngarde. Hardy, heavy, hefty. The Hedge Knight armor is everything a warrior needs to protect himself and his comrades. Made of solid steel plating, nothing will get through to the wearer. Donning the full set gives a 111 armor rating at its base. This heavy armor requires skill though. You'll need the advanced smithing perk to craft it, as well as a lot of iron and steel. It looks good, protects good, and feels good. A knight's armor through and through, and an immersive addition to any player's armory. Ready to dice up all who oppose you in style? The sword Eimar's edge is both sharp and sapphire encrusted along the hilt and handguard. But don't be put off by the lavishly flamboyant beauty of this sword. It's still and will steal the life from anyone trying to steal away from the battlefield briskly and brutally. You'll need the ability to craft steel items to get this weapon. It's got the odd requirement of 2 sapphires to smith as well. With a 15 damage rating, it's not the most powerful weapon, but any sword can cut through human flesh with enough force. At the end of the day, anyone can wield this sword without feeling pulled out of the game. Only the most sturdy of soldiers can wield a tower shield. Only the most powerful of monsters can use a tower shield like a buckler. You get to be that monster while you wield this absurdly well-made mod called the IronWolf Tower-Shield. With this gorgeously crafted wall of a shield, you could block a whirlwind sprint led by a lance. The iron framing on this shield beautifully accentuates the deep brown-orange wood that fills out the shape. There is a light version with an armor rating of 43 and a heavy version with an armor rating of 53. Both versions value at 2,000 septum. Only a fool would turn down the opportunity to wield such an amazing shield. Any player can use this shield to defend themselves without feeling like they don't belong in the game. It fits really well. One last drink. Just one last swig before you hit the battlefield. So what do you choose? Well, Kynesgrove Kiss, of course. Such invigoration stuffed into a single bottle should be illegal. This mod is simply a new type of drink. The recipe for this amazing concoction can be found at the Braidwood Inn in Kynesgrove, along with a single bottle to allow you to test the waters. Quickly read the recipe and head to any cooking spit. You'll need jazzbay grapes, lavender, snowberries, and a honeycomb to mix up a bottle of the stuff. It restores 5 points of stamina per second and increases carrying weight capacity by 10, both for 600 seconds. Whether for preparation or celebration, the consumption of this creation fits in just dandy with the rest of Skyrim. And from me, that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe for more, and please share the video if you liked it. Thanks for watching.